Hey guys, Sableye VGC here, and welcome back to another episode of Crazy Climbing. Finally back after this crazy long break that I took. What's it been, like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks almost? So we're back, we're here, and we've got another team for you guys. We've got Xerneas, Rayquaza, Incineroar, Tapu Fini, Amoonguss, and Aegislash. This is actually my Atlantic City regional team that I'm going to publish a report for later on, as I did achieve top 16. But we're going to focus on this match right now. We've got Kangaskhan, Smeargle, Xerneas, Groudon, Salamence, and Incineroar. So, already not liking my matchup. I mean, theoretically on paper, this team beats Zerndon. It's not really, shouldn't really be an issue. But for me, I have this thing wherever I play against the Zerndon, I just tend to throw the game away. So, I was kind of hoping not to do this. But regardless of that, I really want Aegislash, not Aegislash, I want Fini here. Although Fini's not really my Zerndon answer. But that Smeargle kind of scares me. Like, I don't know what I'd do against Smeargle if I don't bring Fini. So, I'm going to go Fini Ray with Aegislash and Xerneas in the back. This is a bit of a bold statement right now. But I think I'm going to have to make the appearance. If he just goes something like Incineroar or Xerneas, I'm in a lot of trouble. But I'm kind of banking on the fact that maybe he goes something like Smeargle. He could go Smeargle Zern, I'd be fine with that. He could go anything but Incin Zern. I think we have a chance with this lead. So, based off that, I think we're alright. So, Tapu Fini Rayquaza from our end, and we are going to see what he goes with here. Salamence Groudon. Alright, I am perfectly fine with this lead. Perfectly fine with this lead. I can start positioning now, and we're good to go. So, definitely turn 1 here. I'm just going to drop an Icy Wind. Slows down that Groudon, slows down that Salamence. If he wants to set up Tailwind, it's not too big of a deal. The question becomes, what do I swap in? Or do I just leave Ray on the field? I don't want to leave Ray on the field, although, because I don't want to take like a double edge or something. But like, do I really need Ray to win this game? Other than the fact of the Weather War? Because Groudon should swap out here. Like, I don't see why Groudon would stay in front of a Rayquaza Tapu Fini. But I'm 100% going to go for the Icy Wind. I actually can't. I could swap out. I don't think Aegislash is the right play here. I mean, because there's a chance although, like I said, is there really a chance that he stays in? I can't see him staying in with Groudon. What's he gonna do? So, because of that, I am gonna bring in Aegislash, and we're gonna see what we can do. Like, if he stays in with Groudon, I don't know. Like, does he P-Blades? Like, what would he do with Groudon? No, he's going to swap out Groudon, so very happy about that. Why was that Groudon faster than my Rayquaza? That's my question. He does bring in Incineroar, that's fine. Ray's going to get slightly intimidated here. Not the end of the world. So I should 100% be able to get this Icy Wind off as long as I connect, which is fantastic. We are going to release the shiny Aegislash. I don't use shinies a lot on my channel, or in general actually. Because I do like earning them, and I love, like, it's tough to get shinies, but I did end up finding this one on my way to Atlantic City, so we're gonna rep the shiny here as well. We've got Incineroar, Salamence. Did Salamence protect it? I think it did. Yeah. So while I was discussing shiny, Salamence did protect the ice from the Icy Wind there, and I'm not in the worst of positions. However, getting that Icy Wind onto Incineroar kind of sucks, because now he'll be attacking after Aegislash rather than before. So, I'm straight up going to go for another Icy Wind. I have no reason not to Icy Wind again, and I think I'm just going to pivot back. I could actually just pivot into Xerneas here. I don't really see a reason not to. He's probably going to want to swap out Mence here, maybe into something like back into Groudon, so the Flare Blitz does a lot more damage to Aegislash. So this is relatively safe. Getting the Icy Wind off puts me in a great spot next turn where I can just go Scald into the Groudon with a Rayquaza swap in. I wish I would have called this right here and just swapped into Ray and Scalded. Like, that would have been hype. But, unfortunately, I'm not that good. In fact, I'm not good at all, but we're here. We've got Xerneas swapping back in, and unfortunately Xerneas is going to take a huge chunk of damage here. And Groudon dodges the attack! As you can tell, not the best turn for us here. It's a very slow Incineroar, though. Hopefully we'll just see like a Dark-type move. That would be ideal, but he's just going to go for the U-turn. That's not a big deal. Alright, so we've got Fini on the field. We've got Xerneas on the field now. I do have to somehow find a way to kill Groudon and manage to kill without losing to his Zern in the back. Aegislash is 100% able to deal with that Xerneas. No questions asked, so I'm not too concerned. I just need to deal with this Groudon and the Incineroar. I would love to get a Geomancy off here, but he is going to bring in his Xerneas, so now things get interesting. There's multiple ways I could do this. I could say Groudon's probably going to swap out here because I have the threat of a Rayquaza swapping. However, I don't think I really do have a threat of a Rayquaza swapping, so I'm going to just Nature's Madness this Xerneas. And I am just going to Geomancy. If he roars, it's not the end of the world, because it forces him to not attack that turn. So he is going to swap out Xerneas actually, so I wonder if he is going to roar here, or set up a roar for next turn. Incineroar is going to come back in. Xerneas is going to click Geomancy here, hopefully before this Groudon gets an attack off. Although, if Groudon's going to attack, I'd rather it go first. Groudon's just going to click Protect. Alright. Scared of that, like I said, he's scared of that Rayquaza swapping. So this is fine by me. Xerneas is going to get this Geomancy up. The only one issue now is that he can just click Fake Out Roar. And if he does that, we're in a lot of trouble. Because then we've lost our boosted Zern. Does he have Roar? I mean, he's definitely got Protect, and that's all we've seen. But I don't know if he's going to be fast, if he's going to be slow. Finny's going to drop that Nature's Madness. Going to go straight into the Incineroar here. That's going to do 50%. Alright, so that's definitely Moonblast range. I'm not concerned about that Incineroar anymore. It's just a matter of how do I deal with this Groudon. Like, I want to protect the Nature's Madness to Groudon. I don't... You know what? I'm going to go for it. If he fakes out and roars, there's nothing I could have done anyways. If he roars with Incineroar, this is a bit annoying, but I think he's going to go for it. I think he has to. Incineroar is going to go Fake Out into the Tapu Fini. That's a very good play, so I wonder if he does have Roar now. Yep, he does indeed. So I could have just attacked with Xerneas there. A bit annoying that he didn't fake me, that he faked that slot out. And of course he roars in Aegislash and not something, you know, that I can actually make use of here. But I am 100% going to click Scald into this Groudon now and swap immediately back into Rayquaza. This is actually a good turn for, not a horrible position for me, I should say, as at this point I do have that threat of damage onto both of my two threats in this game. The moment I get rid of Groudon, the moment I get rid of Incineroar, Aegislash just straight up wins the game. So if they do let me take care of that, and it looks like he's leaving Groudon on the field once again, Rayquaza coming in, maybe guessing that I don't have the Scald based on what he did last time. Groudon does stay in, does go for the Earth Power, and it's not going to affect Rayquaza. Tapu Fini's going to launch this Scald off because of the airlock. Going into that Groudon, going to pick up that clean Oko, which is very nice that time, because it doesn't always do that for me. Sometimes those bulkier Groudon builds don't get knocked out by that because I don't have too much investment. But we're not in a horrible, horrible spot right now anymore. So Incineroar on his end, going to go for that U-turn. But with Groudon gone, Aegi's looking pretty good to be set up in the back here. I'm just going to need to find a way to pivot. Xerneas, and then he's going to bring it instant on the other side here. That's not a problem. Like, that's not surprising at all. The thing I don't know if I should do here is, where's this Fake Out going? I feel like the Fake Out goes into Finny. Because Rayquaza being at -1 isn't going to be doing a lot of damage into that Xerneas. So if that's the case, do I just say I Earth Power Incineroar and just win this game right here? Like, I can just Earth Power Incineroar right now and probably just get the game over with. But the downside to that is it did Mets Mega already? I have no way to check if Mets Mega already. I want to say it Mega. Although he protected and then the next turn he swapped out, so maybe not. Maybe he didn't. Okay, so I would imagine you Fake Out Finny here. So I'm going to make that call. I'm going to say you're going to Fake Out Finny. I'm going to go into Aegislash here. But instead I'm just going to go right into the Xerneas here. Get some chip damage. The moment I get that chip damage off, Aegislash's Gyro Ball is basically guaranteed to be an Oko. And from there we should be good. I'm really starting to wish I would have brought Incineroar in this game now. Because I would have been able to pivot out that Incineroar and just survive a Flare Blitz plus a Moonblast next turn. Now it's gonna be a really close call. I possibly should have Earth Powered. Possibly I should have Earth Powered. Incineroar is going to go for the Fake Out. It does not affect Aegislash, so I did get that call right. Rayquaza going for that Dragon Ascent. Going to launch off, going probably straight into that Xerneas, I would imagine. Yep. Straight into Xerneas. As I say that, I said I would imagine it would go straight into Xerneas. I literally targeted the Xerneas. And Xern is going to click that Geomancy. So, he's clicked his big red button, and here we go. He's set up now, but now the question is, I gotta find a way that Aegislash doesn't lose this game. I need Aegislash to be able to get this Gyro Ball off. I think I King Shield here, because if he doubles the Aegislash, I get some damage off. And if he swaps in Ments, then next turn, yeah, this is the safest plan. I sack Finny here. This covers the potential Xerneas Protect as a Flare-Blitz goes into Aegislash. This covers a Xerneas double into Aegislash if he goes for something like a Flare-Blitz. And if he swaps into Salamence next turn, he can't kill Aegislash anyways. So, overall, relatively safe play here. He might get the Intimidates off, like starting cycling Intimidates. And Xerneas does indeed Protect, so very happy I go for the King Shield here. Now, the other play is, if I was really going to call that, I could have just Earth Powered Incineroar. But, guess not. Incineroar is going to go for the U-turn, so he is going to cycle those Intimidates back in here. So Finny will probably die. I'd be shocked if it didn't. Finny's most likely going to die to a Dazzling Gleam, and definitely would do a Moonblast here, but I feel like Dazzling Gleam is his move of choice, and as Salamence makes an appearance. So, he could theoretically get Aegislash to -2, but I'm still going to be doing around 50% to this Xerneas. If I can get that off into the Xern, that should put it in extreme speed range for my Rayquaza in the back. So I'll just Gyro Ball into Xern, and honestly, I'll just Nature's Madness this Xerneas as well. This way, no matter what happens here, I'm getting damage onto Xerneas, and that probably puts Xerneas in E-speed range as well. He's going to swap out Salamence, not too surprising here. Just kind of cycle those Intimidates, get Aegislash down, so Gyro Ball doesn't do too much damage here. Aegislash's attack is going to fall. It is going to now be at -2. Xerneas is going to launch a Moonblast into Tapu Fini, so Aegislash survives to see another day. Tapu Fini obviously going to go down to that immediately. And we're going to see Gyro Ball come out here. So the question becomes, where does this Gyro Ball go? Aegislash's Gyro Ball, how much is it going to do? Oh, that's just outside of E-speed range, I think. And I can't really swap in right here. I'm forced into Xern. So, things get interesting now. Things do indeed get interesting. I obviously King Shield Protect just to stall out the Fake Out. That's not really the question here. The matter of fact here is that I need to find a way. I need to find a way to somehow not get Intimidated cycled to death here. Because Aegislash not doing the most amount of damage to Xerneas at -2 here. Pretty comfortable that would have killed from full, but he preserves his Intimidates really well here. I think next turn, I probably Gyro Ball the Xerneas and swap my Xern out. He's going to swap out Incineroar again. That's a bit unfortunate, but it does make my next turn play slightly easier. Salamence is Intimidate once again. At some point, maybe I should consider swapping Aegislash out as well. I feel like he just Moonblasts Aegislash here. If I'm my opponent, that's what I'm doing. But then again, you could be scared of my Xerneas. Aegislash is gonna King Shield. Xerneas already protected, but I don't know where his Xern is gonna go. He's gonna go Moonblast, and it is gonna go into that Xern, so he is pretty scared of that. Now I really want to save Xerneas for the end game here. But instead of that, do you think he protects his Xern? I'm going to Moonblast the Salamence slot in Gyro Ball here. That's, honestly, I think the safest play I can go for. If he kills me, I get my Rayquaza back in. So, it's not the end of the road. He is going to swap Salamence back out. He might also protect here. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Just to try to get me out of King Shield form. And by King Shield form, I mean Shield form. Xerneas is just going to stay in, is going to go for that Moonblast. So, am I -4 with Aegislash now? Wow, I actually survived the Moonblast with Xerneas. That normally doesn't happen. That's definitely a low roll on my opponent's end. Unfortunately, that doesn't pick up the Incineroar, so now we're in a bit of a pickle. As long as this still knocks out at -4, we're alright. If this doesn't knock out at -4, things get a bit more interesting. Xerneas is actually going to survive there. I mean, it's in E-speed range, so I'm not It's not the end of the world. Now hold up, King Shield's so obvious here. King Shield Protect is super obvious. I am just gonna King Shield, and I'm not gonna protect my Xerneas. I'll go for Dazzling Gleam, just because it's damage. The opposing Xerneas does indeed protect, so very happy I got some chip damage off with my Xerneas here. But Aegislash putting in some work here. I don't know what the opposing Incineroar really wants to do here. He probably tries to take down Xerneas to some extent. Dazzling Gleam gonna come off, not gonna matter at all, because it's just gonna do negligible damage to the Incineroar. Actually, that did a lot more than I thought. And Flare Blitz does go into the Aegislash slot, and now Instin's at -2. So this is absolutely perfect. There's nothing he can do now to knock out my Aegislash. Xerneas just protected. This Gyro Ball, gonna go into the Xerneas, pick up that knockout, and I don't see a reason to save Xerneas, but I will protect here anyways. Xerneas is going to click Protect. Ideally, I can get to a spot where I get Rayquaza and Xerneas on the field and force that Salamence into one of them, or force that Salamence to go for Hyper Voice, which will do next to nothing to my Assault Vest Rayquaza. Incineroar is going to go for the -2 Flare Blitz, is going to connect into Aegislash. See, that's a crit. Of course it's a crit. He is going to connect, he is going to get the crit. Incineroar is going to survive. You gotta be kidding me. Well, Aegislash, that was a valiant effort. Why did he get crit? And I'm not crazy, I know for sure I lived that. So I simply just E-Speed the Xerneas here and Moonblast the Incineroar. There's literally no way he has a way around that. It just makes this game a little bit more interesting, as now Rayquaza is going to get intimidated here when Salamence comes in, rather than the other way around. Xerneas protects, not concerning at all. Yeah, this game is now interesting. It wasn't interesting before, but now it's interesting. Why is this battle 17 minutes long? Wow. Alright, Incineroar gonna drop. That's fine. Now next turn I just E-Speed and I'll Moonblast as well. But he's forced to take care of Xerneas next turn, and then it's Rayquaza versus... Actually, if that's the case, I'm gonna protect Xern. I'm gonna protect Xern right here. Rayquaza's attack is gonna go down. Xerneas' attack is gonna go down. He's forced to target Xern. He cannot let Salamence take a Moonblast. So I am gonna go for that E-Speed into Xern, and I am just gonna simply click Protect. Basically, my goal, my end game here is E-Speed Xern this turn, leave my Xerneas on the field. Next turn, E-Speed his Salamence so I don't get put into double edge range the following turn as he takes down Xerneas. Then I'll Dragon Ascent. Then he'll attack me. He'll attack me. Then I'll get the Dragon Ascent off. Then I'll be at -1, and then I need E-Speed to pick up the knockout from wherever range it's at. Being at -1 is a bit unfortunate because I should have been in this position way ahead of schedule. I probably should have still had an Aegislash as well. Xerneas protects and is actually going to get the double protect. This is actually getting a bit ridiculous. This is actually getting a bit ridiculous. Either way, Rayquaza is going to go for that E-Speed into the protect, unfortunately. Rayquaza is going to go for the double edge. Salamence is going to go for that double edge into Xern. Now, naturally, I should get this double protect back, right? He got it, and he got a crit. I should be able to protect back here and just be fine. He got it, therefore I should be able to get it. Xerneas is going to go for the protect. Of course I don't get it. Why would I get it? Rayquaza is going to go for the E-Speed, is going to knock out that Xerneas, and this game is going to come down to an interesting end. As he double edges here, and he's going to pick up the knockout on Xerneas. Alright, my only chance now is double edge. Is Dragon Ascent. I need double edge to put him in recoil range of a Dragon Ascent plus an E-Speed. I'd go for the E-Speed first, but now that doesn't work anymore because 2 double edges will definitely take me out. If not, 1 might just take me out. But basically I need to oh, he's going to drop a Draco. That's interesting. I'm AV, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to survive. It's basically the exact same turn. It's just that he doesn't take recoil damage, which is super unfortunate. Can I get a crit here? I shouldn't even be at -1. This is ridiculous. Dragon Ascent going to do nothing to that Salamence. I shouldn't be at -1. Basically, he's going to go for a double edge now. No reason for him not to. I'll try to crit this E-Speed, but that won't matter. Rayquaza gonna go for the E-Speed, just one last valiant effort. I did not get the crit. Samus is gonna go for this double edge, and that's gonna be the game. Unfortunately, the crit into Aegislash, and then the crit into Aegislash, and then the double protect lost me this game. That's ridiculous. Not only did he need the crit, he also needed the double. Whatever. I'm not sure if I should really go for another one. Like, if this is gonna be another 20-minute battle, I don't really think that's advised. So I'm gonna end this one I'm just gonna end this one here, guys. I will be back in the next one. Hopefully those ones will go a little bit quicker and we can actually get a few battles in. But that's gonna be it for this one. Blame hacks, because I really don't know how else I'm supposed to win that. I think I played that pretty well. But regardless of that, thanks for watching this one, guys, and I will see you guys next time.